Hi there. In this video I will show you how to start and configure Netbeans to use for your PHP projects in the SE266 class. The last video left us off with a virtual machine that is running, and we will test that by going into this folder here, the one with the Vagrant file. I'm not in that folder yet. So this one here, and I will check the status of the virtual machine by typing vagrant status. And we will see that the virtual machine is indeed running. The one thing that I left out with the last video was to tell you that after you're done with your PHP development, you really need to get in the habit of using the command vagrant halt, which will stop the virtual machine. That will free up a ton of resources. It'll, even though this is not a server with a graphical user interface, it still takes up space on the hard drive and it takes up RAM. So if you're not using it, shut it down. In our case, we will leave it up and running because we'll need it for this particular demo. So I will start Netbeans. If you don't have Netbeans, install it. It's pretty easy to find through Google, or use one of the links in Canvas. I have a link there that shows you where to go and download it for your operating system. And the installation is pretty straightforward, just to point and click. So this is what Netbeans looks like when you fire it up. Netbeans is an IDE, an integrated developer's environment. You may have been used to using Visual Studio or Visual Studio Code. Either one of those are great editors, but for the purpose of this class, I think you should consider Netbeans because it will make running PHP projects so much easier. So what we'll do here is we'll start a new project. We'll hit next on this, and then here you give your project a name. I'm just going to say SE266 projects because I'll put all of my code for this class there. And the sources folder is what's important. So we'll navigate to it. I had it on the desktop. We'll find the public folder. And so this is where all of my code goes, right? And you'll see here at the bottom that the project sources directory is not empty. That's okay because we have the index.php file that we created in the previous video. So we'll hit next on this. This here requires me to put the URL in that runs as we try and run one of the PHP scripts. So I have that. I thought I had that in my clipboard. I do not. So let me go to my cheat sheet and I'll copy it from here. You can find that link in one of the files on Canvas as well. So this is the URL. We'll click next on this. We will not use any PHP frameworks at this time, and we won't use Composer at this time either. So that'll finish. You'll see the index.php file here. And the really cool thing now is that I can go here to the toolbar. I can click Chrome, and then I can simply hit this play button, and it'll run within Chrome. I will not have to remember this funky URL anymore for the rest of the course once Netbeans is set up. That's pretty neat. So there's a few other things that I want to look at in Netbeans. If you look at this toolbar here, most of these items in the toolbar you won't use. So let's just get rid of them and we'll add one other tool item. So when I right-click the toolbar, I click Customize, I can drag these items to this window here. You hold it and you'll see the little trash icon and just drop it. I'm also going to get rid of this. I'll get a better one in just a minute. And we'll get rid of this one here. Now there are a ton of toolbar items that you could add. in addition to the one that we'll add right now, but I want to encourage you not to use any others at this point. The main items that you could add would be Git items, and I really want you to get in the habit of running Git from the command line. There are so many different IDEs that you'll be exposed to in your programming career, and every IDE will have Git access somewhat differently, but regardless of the environment that you're in, the command line interface will always be available. So you really need to get in the habit of using Git through the command line. So the item we're going to add here is the run file. It's a little bit different than run project, because run file will allow us to run any PHP file. Okay, so I'll hit run file, I'll hit close here. And so now I'll simply try and run it again, and it'll come up again. All right, pretty neat. So let's go ahead now and go to the command prompt again. And then in the command prompt, I will actually download all of the code that I use for the course. It's all stored in a repository on GitHub. And again, the link to that repository is in the Canvas site. So I'll go to this project folder and the public folder within it. I'll hit ls. The only one that's there currently is index.php and NB project. NB project is a folder that will hold some very specific settings for Netbeans. And so the one thing you want to remember is that if that folder is within a repo, that you'll need to edit the git ignore to ignore that NB project. And that is because if you run Netbeans on different machines, the configuration is going to be slightly different from machine to machine. And by pulling down an NB project folder from another machine, it'll really mess up Netbeans. So exclude that. And I'll show you what that git ignore file looks like in just a minute. So in here, we'll simply do this git clone command that I've stored here somewhere, and hit enter. It'll clone everything. And so now I'll go back to Netbeans, and I'll see here that everything is actually there. This is all the code, and I'll update that code from week to week, and you should get in the habit of reviewing that code from time to time and just doing a git pull on a weekly basis. So let's look at just what week 1 looks like. Let's look at this code here. Nothing spectacular. It's code that we'll review in class, but I just want to show you that all we did was a git clone. We had already set up Netbeans, and now we can simply go here again and just run the file. So I clicked run. My browser was still open, so I'll go to the browser, and this is hello world, right? And you'll see here variable myfar, hello, and world here, right? Pretty straightforward. The last thing that I want to show you here is this. In my repository, I have a .gitignore, and that .gitignore holds this folder here. And I actually think that it should look like this. This will make sure that none of the files within that NB project folder will be included in the Git repo, so it won't mess up your repository. And that's it for configuring and using Netbeans.